Hey everyone, and welcome to the
12 Petals of Christmas.
So, 2018 has been a really fun year for me ramping up the old production on the YouTube channel. I started it, a while back, 2016 I think, but sort of fell by the wayside and got busy with life. But then just recently this year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna kick this sucker into overdrive. And that's what I did. I have had the opportunity to try out a bunch of amazing pedals this year, and I wanted to go through my 12 favorites from the year. In no particular order, here we go. Number 1, the Hudson Electronics Broadcast. This is an amazing pedal. I didn't buy this in 2018, but if it's gonna make it on a best of year list, it's gotta be this year, because I've owned it for a while. But it is still probably my favorite boosty overdrive sound. And it is like that high quality preamp kind of thing. It is a mainstay on my pedal board, has never left my board since I've owned it. And I have turned so many people on to this pedal. Everyone who hears it loves it. There's not one person who's heard it who's like, I don't like it. Maybe you'll be that person in the comments below, but I doubt it, because it's awesome. Let's plug it in. Bypass tone going into the Jackson Newcastle 18 as usual. Sounding big and bright and beautiful. Kick this sucker on, watch out. Honestly, how do you not absolutely love that? It's got these 3 overdrive modes. The main mode is kind of my default, my favorite. In the middle here is less gain. Still really cool. And then to the right, it's like crazy gain. Honestly, I really could play through this thing for like hours. Still, no overdrive has beat it. Sorry, other overdrives. Let's move on. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me the Adventure Audio Powercouple. This is a boost pedal. What's so exciting about a boost pedal, Aaron? I don't know. I just like it. I've made it very clear that I like the sound of my amp overdriving. So if you give me a pedal that has the big dial on it, where you can turn it up and it makes my amp overdrive, probably gonna like it. I like this pedal. Let's plug it in. Again, clean tone, here it is. Kick this sucker on. Turn it up louder. Another cool thing with this thing is it's got another stage. Look at this thing, it says more. Hold down that thing, turn that thing up. Let's just crank it all the way. Here's all the available gain. Wow. I love all those sounds. So it has a ton of available gain, and I really just like the way it pushes gain into my amp. And also it's sparkly and purple, so who doesn't love that? Next pedal, on the third day of Christmas, the Lloyd Face Ripper. This is just the king of the fuzzes. The moment I plugged it in, I was like, this is what I want a fuzz to sound like. It's gated at higher settings, but it doesn't have to necessarily be. And it's all the controls just sort of work. There's usable sounds at extreme settings. Let's plug it in. Next pedal. This one I just demoed recently. This is the Old Blood Noise Dataquire Reverb. reverb, delay, and temporary reverse, or latchable reverse. Let's hear some sounds. Tons of fun, ambient heaven, lose yourself for hours. I've had a few of you ask me like, hey, I went to buy one and there's none of them there. Keep checking the DataCoire website. They said they're gonna make some for next year, 2019. So hopefully you can get your hands on one because they are tons of fun. Next, the Anasounds Savage. There it is, the Anasounds Savage. This is an overdrive pedal. It's a Klon type of pedal inspired by the Klon, and I just kind of like the changes they did. They made it a little bit more open on the top end, and it has a little more low end than a real Klon. And I also just like how it looks. It's got this wood paneled laser etched top with like a little gem. Let's plug it in and check it out. Just for reference, here's the clean sound again. That's what I want out of a Klon pedal. A little boost, a little mid push, a little low cut. Man, that's like dynamic, that's fun to play. Crank up the gain if you want. No brainer. It made it onto my board, and it's the current Klon style pedal I have on my board. Love this thing. Next is a little hometown favorite here from Seattle, Washington, from Mel Electronics, the Seraph Deluxe. This is a chorus type pedal, Dimension D, sort of model after the Roland Dimension D. I don't generally use chorus a lot, but when I plugged this in, it made me want to use chorus. It can also do vibrato. A lot of options with it, but I just like it in kind of the default mode, in like mode 1, maybe 2. Just makes me want to write like a new Cure song or something. Go to Mel Electronics and buy yourself one of these if they have them in stock. Next! It's another one from Hudson Electronics. The Hudson Electronics Sidecar. This is like an 808 Tube Screamer type, but I just love the way they have done it with separate bass and treble controls. Let's plug it in. Cleans up great as well. Not a bad sound in that pedal. It's the best Tube Screamer. Go grab it. It's the best Tube Screamer. What number are we on? We're on number 8. We got 5 left. Number 8, let's go for another fun, overdrivey, preampy type of pedal. Hey, it's the Benson Preamp, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, hey, if you can't afford a Benson amp, which, you know, they're expensive, you can buy the Benson Preamp, which is only a few $100s and gives you basically a very good representation from the manufacturer himself of the preamp section of one of their amplifiers. Let's plug it in. Delicious, very unique sounding sort of overdrive. Sort of in that Hudson broadcast territory on its home turf. I did a comparison video between the Benson Preamp and the Hudson Electronics broadcast. Check that out here. But the Benson thing really makes your amp sound like Benson-y. Again, just rock and roll. Next up, just finished doing the demo of this one the other day, but I had to include it. This is the 1981 Inventions DRV. Hope you can see it there. I got the blackout version, which is just so cool looking. Look, it's there. It's not there. It's there. It's not there. Very stealthy. High gain, mid to high gain, fuzzy, over rock and roll, inspired by the Rat, the Proco Rat. Let's plug it in. Need I say more? What's next, Aaron? This is a fun one. Keeley contacted me and asked if I would do a demo of their brand new Eddie Heinzelman Verbo Trim workstation. I just had a ton of fun messing with it. Let's check it out. Honestly, reverb and tremolo are two of my favorite effects. And again, it's one of those pedals you can just get lost in. I want to try to find a way to put this on my pedal board actually at the very end of the chain. There's no room. There's no room on there, so one pedal will have to go. I don't know, I have too many pedals. I need a bigger board. And maybe a Gig Rig G2 and all new cables project for 2019. There's only 2 left, everyone. On the 10th day of Christmas. No, on the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. They gave me a Royce Wine and Roses. Theme of the year, perhaps, is, you know, overdrive. And how many overdrives can you have, Aaron? Well, I can have a lot of them. I can have as many as I want. So, you know, quit yelling at me. 2 different sides to it. Germanium, both sides, and one side's germanium, other side is germanium silicon hybrid, and both really interesting. I love the low end in this pedal. Let's plug it in. I really like it with the Telecaster because the Telecaster, when you start adding gain, it can sometimes sound thin, but not with this thing. Let's check out the other side. This is the just germanium side. Here's both sides. Another thing I remember about this now that I'm playing it is the percussiveness of the top end is just like vicious. Another thing I remember about this pedal is you can turn down your volume. I really like both sides. They're similar, but they're different enough. The hybrid side is a little tighter, maybe, and the just germanium side is a little fizzier. A great pedal. Sleeper hit. Go check it out, Royce. I think there's only one more on the 12th day of Christmas. What is it? You guys, it is the Mr. Black Twin Lasers Stereo Phaser. Totally unique and really won me over. Again, just like with, you know, chorus. With chorus, I'm not really a chorus guy, but I like this. And I'm not really a phaser guy, but I like this. There you have it. Hey, it's the 12 pedals of Christmas, everyone. Honorable mentions this year. In non-pedal new gear, I got this Yamaha Revstar. What's this thing, Aaron? I don't know what it is. What is it? This is like a P90 Les Paul type, mahogany neck and back, and then with a maple top. It's not as heavy as a Les Paul, but it kind of does that. You know, I wanted a guitar with P90s, and I had this other one I was going to trade. So I traded a guy. It's got this push-pull thing here, which is a low-end cut. I find it very useful when I'm on the neck pickup, because otherwise... Pull that out. Still needs a setup, but I've been playing this thing a lot, and I really like it. You know, it's like a cheap guitar, and I am going to sort of use it as a little project guitar. Going to try to set it up, do my own little setup on it, and we'll see. We'll see if it sticks around. Another thing I got this year, this delicious P bass. I'm not going to plug it in for now, but I've been wanting a bass for a while, and a P bass is just, to me, it's the perfect bass guitar. Passive, classic. This is from 1993. I like how old it is. The maple neck, you know, a few people advised me against it, but I was like, well, I'm gonna go for it because I like this one. In my pop band, Fell From a Star, we actually switch off playing bass and guitar and synth between me and my other guitar player, Christina. And so we just did our first show with this thing, and it performed like a champ, and this thing's great. Well, there you have it. The 12 Pedals of Christmas. It's been a great year. Thank you so much. If you are a watcher of this channel and a watcher of this video, I really appreciate all the support and, you know, nice comments and everything like that. Please do subscribe if you haven't yet. And I have a lot of fun, really fun plans for 2019, ramping up production even more. My goal with this channel is to encourage you out there watching this video to go and make music for yourself. So I always want to have an educational bent to what I do and what I talk about. And so really, if you have any questions, obviously, I love talking about this kind of thing and sharing knowledge and sharing opinions about stuff and ideas about how could I get this kind of sound, and what do you do when you whatever. So I love your questions, and I do read all comments. Subscribe to the channel. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you soon.